So hello from my new little lounge corner. In this video, I'm going to take you on a complete room transformation where we take a very outdated room that was used for a desk and some other storage, and we transform it into a small lounge area with a workspace for my home office. If you're new here, it's nice to meet you. My name is Janine. This is my channel, The Mennonite Mom. So in last week's video, I kind of went over the plans for this room, but we really decluttered and moved some of the ugly office space back into the back room and transformed that room where we store a lot of our paperwork and clutter and office things. But now in this video, we're going to tackle this room and transform it into a lounge area and also a small place for my workstation where I do my YouTube videos and various online business work. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video. I want to share a few tips and tricks that I like to do when you're in the middle of a renovation, you're trying to save money, but yet you want to get everything done, and maybe you're trying to renovate on a budget. I'm going to be sharing just a few little things that I like to do that really help. So make sure to stick around at the end for that because I'm super passionate about this topic. So after we decluttered the room, Nolan helped me prep for paint. He went around caulking different cracks that had come apart, especially around the windowsills. These old houses, they tend to crack and shift and so on, so like paint was cracking. So caulk that up so that the paint job would look really nice. Then I got this wild brainstorm, as I often do, that my poor husband gets thrown into the loop. I'm pretty excited. We kind of decided last minute we're gonna try that board and batten look on this wall, kind of do an accent wall, put it up like 3/4 height, and paint that like a dark color. Also later today, someone's coming to reroute our internet line and bring another line into the section over here where my desk is going to be. So that's all happening today.
This one fits, Daddy.
Groundhog or something under the desk.
Oh, really?
I think so. I keep hearing these odd noises.
What is that? Oh! It is a little groundhog! Huh.
I don't think you can, buddy. Oh my God.
Look, this only has to go in. We have a lock. Yeah, we had to go door there, and then and one day we'll turn off that light.
That's for Mom's internet. Alright, so for today we are finished. Nolan got up the board and batten right there. It looks really good. I can't wait to see how it looks when it's painted.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
I'm so excited to introduce you to my good friend, Raquel Whitmer. I call her Rocky. So a lot of you that have been following this channel will remember her from our Turks and Caicos trip. And a lot of you were saying you hope that she's more in my videos because she's got a really fun personality. And I kept telling her you should really start a YouTube channel because she was throwing the idea around, and she finally has a few months ago. And so today we are collaborating on a video. She's also doing a video on a room makeover. I believe it's a bedroom makeover. So make sure to check her channel out. She is really, really funny. I'm telling you, she's one of my most hilarious friends.
I love our front porch, but right now it's so bare. There's nothing but these little grandma rocking chairs out. Front porch sitting board.
And I'm super happy for her. She was struggling with some infertility issues, but now they're expecting their first child. I'm super thrilled for them. And as far as her channel, she loves to do tips and tutorial videos, how-to videos, all about home life, organizing, that type of thing. So make sure to check her out. I'll have her channel linked below. It's Raquel Whitmer. You will love following her. She's a really good friend of mine.
Now back to our show.
Alright, moving on. I started painting this room, and I do not enjoy painting very much at all. I had to give it coat after coat after coat. I think I gave a total of 3 coats on the walls, 2 coats on the trim, and we did do ceiling as well because there was some water spots from leaking that had come down through. We fixed all that. I worked at this for probably over the course of 2 weeks off and on. I just decided I wasn't going to hurry on this project. By the time it was done though, I was very sick of painting and having the painting mess all around. But we did get it completed, and I was super happy with the fresh new look of the room. Mom, did you just wake up?
Yeah.
What do you think of Mommy's room?
It's amazing.
Does it?
Yeah.
What color should we paint that? You think that'd be nice? That That wall?
Orange.
Orange. You really like it, huh?
Yeah. That is cool.
That's it. Get careful, don't touch the wall. The colors that I'm going with, it's like from Sherwin-Williams. It's Jasper. I'm going to do for like the board and batten look. And I'm gonna go with like Greek Villa, which is like a lighter white type color for the walls. And then there's a Divine White, which is more of a creamy tan, I would say. So the kitchen's already like a pure white, so I wanted more like your earthy tones, a little bit more in here, so it doesn't make the carpet look so dirty. Because if I would go with like really bright whites and clean whites, it would make the dark carpet look dirty. So I'm hoping this will go together well. The trim's gonna be a little bit darker than the walls, and then this is gonna be really dark. So why did we want to revamp this room? As often it is with these old houses, they have multiple small rooms, hallways, little alleyways. It's not laid out very helpful, and if we have a lot of people over, it's really crowded over in our seating area in our living room. So I thought it'd be really nice if we could have an extra room where people could lounge in. And so I wanted to have this room turn into where I have a few chairs and sofas where people can sit and lounge, and also have a designated workspace for all my computer work. That was actually Nolan's idea. He's like, you really need to have a computer workspace so you're not constantly carrying your laptop everywhere and working on that. A lot of people have been mentioning, why don't you just tear out this middle wall and open up the room between the living room and this room. And this is a good idea, we've thought about it, but there's actually a chimney that runs straight up through the middle of the room, and it would be a lot of headache to tear it out. And I'm actually not sure if I'd like it. I decided to get a throw rug to throw over top the carpet. I've seen some people do this already because I wanted this section to look a little bit distinct from the rest of the room. I picked up this carpet at Lowe's, and by the way, I would try to have everything that I have mentioned. I will have links to it in the description if I bought it online. I am trying to decide if this is gonna be a good idea or not. So, this rug is a 5x7. I wanted something more in like the 4x6 range, but they don't have that type of size. I don't really want this to be this big. I don't think I do, but once we bring the sofa in, I'll see once. I want it centered with the window, planning to put the sofa in front of that window. And I think this is too large. However, I do know that there are services where you can cut things down. As much as I don't want to do that, I might have to do it. I do really like this rug. So next up, I wanted to find a sofa, and I was hunting quite a bit on Facebook Marketplace. We did not want to buy a new one. And I was really kind of drawn to the camel color. I know it's kind of the rage right now, but I ended up able to find one. We had to drive 2 hours for it. It was in our price range, and I'm happy with it. It has some wear and tear on it, but not too bad, just some staining. If I get tired of the color, eventually I won't feel bad to swap it out and go get another one, because we got it used and we got it at a really good price. I want to quickly pause here and mention that I know where I have the sofa may look a bit odd. I know it's going to come up in the comments, why not have the sofa against the board and batten wall? Well, I tried that and it doesn't fit well. It's too large for the space. Moving it between the windows brings it too close to my computer area, and so this is the best place I could come up with, in this corner in front of the one window. So I just wanted to say, I kind of have this quandary in how I view things, or like my personality or whatever. So I love to see how far I can stretch my dollar, how cheaply I can do projects and save money and so on. But yet at the same time, there's a couple things I value highly. So one is saving money, seeing how far I can stretch something. The second thing is also I love to get quality items versus quantity of items. So whenever I can find something that I feel is quality and I got it at a good price, I'm really happy. The third thing that I value right up there with saving money is saving time. And the older I get, the more I realize time is a valuable, valuable resource you can never get back. Money you can usually get back. I've learned, and especially when you want to have quality life, where you have lower stress levels, you have more time with your family. Sometimes that means divvying out your responsibility to other people, or like looking at something and saying, is this worth running 2 hours to wherever so I can save, $50 or $100 or whatever the price tag is? Or is my time more valuable when I can buy it closer home? So for me, I love to decorate and I love getting things done quickly. And I'm not a shopper. I enjoy shopping maybe once a month where I have a full day off and just go. But that wears me out to the point that I'm like, I'm done. And I just go shopping for the necessities. But I do enjoy shopping, but I'm not one of these people that loves going every week and going to thrift stores and seeing what I can find. And what ends up happening is I tend to buy things I never needed in the first place. And I'm not one that likes to store up decoration for when I might need it in the future. What I usually tend to do is I get into a project and I'll like be thinking how I can create and decorate it the way I want. And I want to do everything and finish it within like a couple weeks or a week or a couple days or whatever. And then usually that is how that look stays for the next 5 to 10 years. And I'm not one that just constantly goes and, oh, I should switch this up. Oh, I should switch that up. It just kind of stays like that. And so when I get into projects like this, I try to justify in my mind, okay, I haven't spent money on this room for 10 years practically. And now I'm gonna go and get everything I need and finish the room, and then I'm done. So I went to Hobby Lobby the other day, got some things. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be using them all, and if I don't, I'll take them back. That's the nice thing on my receipt, I can take it back. I probably spent more money on this room than I was hoping to in decoration. I feel like all the furniture kind of paid for itself with everything we sold, putting that money back into it. However, I did kind of go all out and buy new items, which is something that I try to be careful in doing. But I'm justifying it knowing that this room will probably be like this for the next 10 years. 8 years at least. I also got another plant for beside the sofa, which I think sets it off nicely. However, I am thinking I'm starting to get too many green plants in this room. The living room has tons. Now I have more over here. I have a feeling I'm gonna get tired of it pretty quickly. Ended up getting a poof, like a leather poof off of Etsy. Really like how that looks with everything, and it kind of takes that awkward space in front of the sofa and ties it together more. So I was going to put some accent pillows on this sofa. As you can see, I had gotten 2 from Hobby Lobby. I liked how it looked on the sofa. However, I am trying to minimalize my house in my version of minimalism and trying to make it easier to keep up. And it was just my son would be constantly hopping up, or even Nolan, and the pillows just go on the floor, and then I have to go pick them up again because I don't know if there's any men you can train to put throw pillows back where they belong, especially little boys. So I took them off, and I think I actually like it better without. And then I used it on a chair that I got for the other corner. So first I was hunting for quite some time on Facebook Marketplace for a chair that I thought would go with my room decor. I couldn't find anything. It was quite a few weeks I was looking. And so I finally just ordered one that was still kind of in the price range that I was looking for. It's just sort of a lounge chair. I'm not sure what you call them. I think I got it off of Wayfair. I'll have links below. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not just the most comfortable chair, but I like it how it looks in this corner, because if I would have gotten too big of an armchair, it would have just stood out and been an eyesore and kind of come out in our walking space. So moving over from the chair, kind of had a little piece of wall furniture. I'm so bad at names. Whatever you call those little pieces you put up against the wall. Those. So we got rid of that piece of furniture, found this sign that says, "Welcome to our messy, crazy, beautiful life." Kind of in that rust orange color that I really like, and I thought I would accent well in this room. So I hung it on that wall, and for now that's how it's going to stay. Now let's go to my favorite part of the house. Look at this. This is the big screen that plugs in the computer. All kinds of things. Fancy schmancy. Ooh, look at this. We're gonna have to live on rice and beans for a couple years.
No way.
Whoa, wow. You ready to see my masterpiece?
I am.
Me too. Ooh, wow. Okay, turn her on. It lights up. We can make it red and green and blue
and yellow, blue again.
And look, you can see
Pink.
the fan in there working.
Look, I saw pink.
This is too cool.
Oh, pink.
It's purple.
Purple.
I have a colored computer. This is so cool. You ready to help?
Mom.
What?
Before I help them, look, I'm trying to build a 1 and a 1, and I'm gonna try. Oh, an F.
You built an E here. Good job.
Now I'm gonna try. Now I'm gonna try to build an F and a 1.
Okay, well, I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to open this big box over here.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. I was needing a desk for my editing station, so FLexieSpot sent me a standing desk to review in this video. I asked for one with a wooden top, and they mistakenly sent me one with a glass top. Oh, it's just... Hey, sent me the wrong one! We sent it back, and they resent one with a wooden weight top, as they were out of stock at the moment of the one I wanted. But they gave us permission to replace the top with our own, so we got to work. I'm back from Lowe's. I went and got one of those big, I don't know if you call them countertop butcher block things. It's just really thin. It was like $36, I think. Nolan is nicely helping me cut it out, so.
In a world where hope grows thin, you've completed me. And the story left within tells me how to breathe. Wish that I could make you see how you fit me perfectly, and I fall for you again. We've been through it all. You're the one who understands.
Thank you, babe. That looks really nice.
Probably wipe it down before.
The one to make things right, and I fall for you again. We've been through it all. You're the one who understands.
Got my chair all put together. Ah! I think I'm going a little too white these days. Beside my desk was a hodgepodge of technology, so after much thought and planning, Nolan helped me build a custom cabinet that hid away all the gadgets and cords. The only thing about this setup that spites me is that the window on my computer tower is hidden, but it was on the wrong side anyway, so it was hard to display. At first I was skeptical about the cabinet beside my desk, but once we brought it into the house and set it up, I was thrilled. It matched well, cleaned up my space, and it didn't look clunky as I was afraid it might. I'm super happy with this setup. It's clean, minimal, and makes me want to sit down to do my work. The standing desk is so handy as I can set it to various heights simply by the press of a button. I can customize the buttons to the exact heights I find most comfortable, and when I get tired of sitting, I raise it to a standing height and continue working. In addition, there is a safety lock to keep the height in place should you bump the buttons. It even has handy USB ports where I can plug in my phone to charge while I'm working. And of course, these buttons are a magnet to Xander. However, he knows he has to ask before he may push them.
Woohoo!
Okay, that's good. Okay, now push it down. I also love the fact that this desk has a small drawer, as many standing desks do not. It is large enough to store a few necessities like pens, my planner, and a few other things I like to keep handy. I have fallen in love with this desk and I'm very pleased with the quality. It's sturdy and not wobbly at my standing height. If you wish to order a desk of your own, use the link in the description to get $15 off your order. Keep in mind, the wood on my desk is slightly different than the original as we made ours custom. I'm confident you will love this desk as much as I do.
Go buttons. Go buttons!
Alright, are y'all ready to see my nerdy side? What I spent quite a bit of time doing myself. You ready? Let me turn the exposure down just a little bit. Da 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 da! I put lights behind my computer and my desk. Change the color, turn them off. If I want blue, I can turn on blue. I kind of like the orange. Yeah, I think it fits in well with the room. So yeah, I'm a little geeky, but this is fun. This is lots of fun. really hoped you enjoyed seeing this room transformation. Now let's just talk about money a little bit. Obviously, we all know that renovating a room often ends up costing a lot more money than we were planning. And it hits me every time I go to buy paint. I'm like, oh, let's just freshen up the room. It won't be that expensive. And then you go and you buy the paint you need and you walk out of Sherwin-Williams with $300 worth of paint. And you're like, oh my word, how did I spend $300 on paint? At least that's how it is for me. When I want to do a project and it ends up costing a lot of money, I kind of get this sick feeling in my stomach because it just kind of feels like, is it really worth spending that much money on just this? And while I'm a firm believer in making our homes homey and nice, I think there's a balance in that as well. So anyway, one thing that I love to do, I've talked about it a lot, is just buy things used on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. I've done it ever since we've been married. I've used these platforms to make money. It has worked really well. And I also like to use them to save money. Buying a new sofa is about out of the question. It was like over $1,000. And we didn't want this room to cost us much because we just came through a big renovation in the house. So I kept searching Facebook Marketplace and I found this sofa for $125. Now it has some wear and tear, but I'm fine with that. When Xander jumps on it, makes it even worse. I'm not quite so, you know, this is new. I spent so much money on it because I didn't. It was $100 and it's a really nice sofa. It looks really nice. And so it's just, it gives you that feel-good feeling like you saved money, you got what you needed, and you didn't spend $1,000 on a sofa. Don't underestimate the value of selling things for little money on Facebook. Like I tend to think, oh, I only want to sell big things to make big money on Facebook. So like Nolan's desk, we sold that, and the money that we got from that, I think it was like $400 that we sold it for. I think we could have gotten more because as soon as I posted it, I had just tons of people messaging us. We also sold the kitchen hutch to a lady. I have that in a previous video. I think we sold that for $50. We sold a mattress for around $50 as well. It was hardly used. I had sold my dishes in there. I believe the total was around $50 for the set and for different things that she bought. Then I just sold little knickknacks that I no longer needed. I didn't want them in storage. $5 here, $10 there, and just have people do porch pickup and they tuck the money under a rock. And before you know it, you have a nice little amount to put back into your room renovation. I don't even remember how much I made through everything. But yeah, that's one tip that I have is don't underestimate. And even if it takes time to post the pictures, you know, $5 here, $10 there. Our donation center is like a half hour away. And so sometimes I will just donate a huge amount of things. But on the other hand too, you can just, it doesn't only takes a couple minutes to take a picture and post it. People can come to your house and do porch pickup. Hardly took any time for you and you made like $5, $10. And if you have 5-10 items, you know, there you go, $50 or something like that you can put towards something else. I've heard some people say they'd like me to talk more about this, and I might be making a video more delving into how I buy and sell and actually use it as a business to make money. Once again, if you're decluttering, just post things on Facebook, even if it's just a few dollars, and see how much that will add up to. Another thing that I often do when trying to save money or just maybe go on a trip or a vacation that we otherwise wouldn't afford is to sign up with credit cards or have a good credit card that gives you good points in return, which we do have. We have the Capital One Venture, which we love. There for a while, I did it a lot, and then I quit for quite a while. And then recently, it suddenly hit me, I should check into credit cards again. And it's a name for it. It's called credit card churning. People will actually sign up for credit cards, use the points, and then stop using the credit card. So some people do this all the time. Some people just do it once or twice. I don't tend to do it much, but every now and then I will, and I did it for my computer. So Chase, I think it's Chase Sapphire Preferred. You have to have a good credit score for this to work. They had a deal, a promotional deal, that if you sign up for their credit card and spend $4,000 in the first 3 months, you get 80,000 points in return, and that transfers to $800 that you can put towards your statement balance. Or if you use it for travel points, it would actually be 25% more, which would be like basically $1,000 that you can put towards travel. Then you also get $50 credit towards any grocery shopping. So you're basically looking at a possibility of $1,050 simply for signing up for this card and spending $4,000. Now, I don't know what your spending range is for 3 months, if $4,000 is feasible or not. However, in my situation, we were buying a computer that we already had the funds for. We had saved up for it, and I had the money to purchase it, but it's an expensive purchase, and I was immediately going to be spending that money anyway on the computer, And when I saw this, I'm like, oh my word, I really hope we can pass for this. So Nolan got the card and it cleared in his name. We got the card and we paid for the computer on the card, and we actually signed up for another one as well. Actually, maybe two more, one in my name, his name. And I believe between those others, it was like $300 in return and $200 in return. And thankfully the place that we bought it from allowed us to like split up the cost between a couple credit cards. And so just like that, I saved a whopping chunk of money. Put $4,000 on that credit card, and immediately I get $800 back. However, there is a $95 a year fee, so I had to deduct that from it. So technically $700 towards my brand new computer that I could deduct, and that's a lot of money. That is awesome. I was so excited for that. If you want to check out the credit card offer, I'll have links down below, and if you sign up through that link, they'll give me some more points, which would be awesome, but no pressure at all. But that worked out really well, and then what I plan to do is before the year's up, we will cancel that card, so if we're not planning to use it anyway. It does have some perks and benefits. It will hurt your credit score a little bit if you cancel a credit card, so just be aware of that, but it's not by much, I don't believe, if it's just one. So that was our plan with that, and I would recommend anyone do that. I don't think I've ever seen such a good sign-up deal for a credit card that costs $95 a year. Normally those types of sign-up deals are for credit cards that cost like $600 a year, which I don't know who spends money on a credit card for $600 a year. But anyway, I think there was another credit card Nolan signed up for. He doesn't have very many under his name. I believe it was a Capital One. It was a Capital One card, and I forget which one it was, but it offered like, it was a really good deal as well, like $200 back if you spend $500, which is like a no-brainer. And we passed for that one as well. And so that ended up paying for what we had to pay to transfer our internet line over to this side of the house. It was about a $200 bill from that technician. We just put it on the credit card and we had a free installation, all for just using credit card benefits. I know some people are very anti-credit card, and you have to be wise and use them as a tool. They're your servant, you're not their slave. But that was one way that I was able to save money on my computer setup, and I'm super thrilled about it. So once again, I'll have links down there if you want to go check it out. Maybe you can pass for the card as well. And a big purchase maybe that's coming up for you in the future, you can save $700, $800 on. And if it's travel, then you could save over $1,000. So yeah, big thumbs up to that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed a few of those little pointers. If you want me to make a video on budgeting and making money or at home business, that type of thing, it's a passion of mine. I very much enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts below, what you'd like me to talk about, and I'll consider making one here in the near future. Once again, make sure to go check out my friend's channel. If you haven't, you'll greatly enjoy following her. We will see you guys next time. Bye.